We have our answer about those mysterious 6 enchanted cards. Let's take a look at them right now, along with the remaining base cards and enchanteds for Into the Inklands. Let's go. Kicking us off is the RLS Legacy Solar Galleon, our first ever enchanted location. I know we have a lot of Treasure Planet fans here, so let's take a second to appreciate this one. Up next is Pridelands Pride Rock. I love the vibe of this one, going for a nighttime scene compared to the sunrise of the original card. Cusco's Palace, home of the Emperor, is our third enchanted location. For trivia fans out there, this is the first uncommon card to receive an enchanted version. Every other enchanted has been rare or higher up until this point. Belle's house, Maurice's workshop, is our final location enchanted and looks absolutely gorgeous. And then along came Zeus as our first ever enchanted song. This looks absolutely incredible and will no doubt be amazing with the foiling applied to that thunderbolt. Finally, we have the Sorceress Hat, our first ever enchanted item. Personally, I couldn't have picked a better item to gain this distinction. Now we're caught up on those enchanteds, let's look at the final reveals for Into the Inklands. Up first in Amber, our second enchanted, Chernobog Evildoer. The watercolor style continues here, and this card is super badass. Now over to the final base cards in Amber, we have Baloo von Bruenwald XIII, a 3-cost uninkable 0-3 that quests for 1. Baloo has Bodyguard, as well as the ability Make Like a Tree. When this character is banished, gain 2 lore. I believe this is the first card in Amber guaranteeing lore in the same sense as something like Merlin Goat, and it could be a good card to throw out on the turn before a Be Prepared. Minnie Mouse Musical Artist is a 2-cost inkable 1-3 that quests for 1. She has the Singer 3 ability, allowing her to count as a 3 to sing songs, and her Entourage ability allows you to remove 2 damage from chosen character whenever you play a Bodyguard. Minnie will slot comfortably in Steel Song decks alongside Cinderella, and with a host of Bodyguard characters that can back her up, I think she's going to be a fun card to play. Mr. Snoop's Inept Businessman is a 6-cost inkable 4-8 vanilla that quests for 2. He has a big old butt on him, making him an annoying presence to remove on board. He does feel a little bit like an upgraded Eudora, since he hits back pretty hard too. Amethyst's second enchanted is Jafar, Striking Illusionist. As soon as we saw the regular legendary version of this card, many of us predicted an enchanted, and here it is. It looks epic, and I'm sure it's going to be one of the top tier enchanteds this set. Treasure Guardian Protector of the Cave is a 4-cost uninkable 6-6 that quests for 2. It has the ability Who Disturbs My Slumber. This character can't challenge or quest unless it's at a location. The stats on this guy are pretty crazy for the cost, so he might find a place in some location builds. The Lamp is a 2-cost uninkable item. It has the Good or Evil ability. Banish this item. If you have a character named Jafar in play, draw 2 cards. If you have a character named Genie in play, return chosen character with cost 4 or less to their player's hand. The dual function adds a lot of utility in decks, either giving Jafar Striking Illusionist more lore, or adding more disruption to builds running Genie on the job. Rafiki Mystical Fighter is a 1-cost inkable 0-2 that quests for 1. He has the Challenger +3 ability, allowing him to hit for 3 when challenging. And his Ancient Skill ability allows him to take no damage when challenging hyenas. You might play one game in 100 where the second ability is useful really. Stratos Tornado Titan is a 5-cost inkable 4-4 evasive. He doesn't have a lore value but can be exerted to gain lore equal to the number of Titan characters you have in play. I'm curious to see how viable these Steel Amethyst Titan builds might end up being. You get a broom, you get a broom, you get a broom. Magic Broom the Big Sweeper is a 3-cost inkable 1-5 that quests for 1. His Clean Sweep ability gives him +2 strength when at a location. This is another piece that fits nicely into broom builds, and the art here from Uriweli is super epic. Magic Carpet Flying Rug is an inkable 2-cost 2-1 that quests for 1. He has evasive and can be exerted to move a character of yours to a location for free. This seems like a fun card, even if it might not see much play in the meta. Amethyst's final card is the Queen Hateful Rival, a 3-cost inkable 4-3 vanilla that quests for 1. There are a lot of good 3-cost options in Amethyst that will likely beat out the Queen for this spot, but in a limited format she might shine. Starlight Vial is a 4-cost uninkable item. In case you're wondering which Disney IP this is from, it's been confirmed that this is a new item from the universe of Lorcana. Its efficient energy ability allows you to exert this item to pay 2 less for the next action you play this turn, allowing you to get out something like a surprise turn 5 Be Prepared. And its second ability Trap allows you to pay 2 to banish this item to draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Friar Tuck, Priest of Nottingham is a 4-cost inkable 2-4 that quests for 2. He has the ability You Thieving Scoundrel. When you play this character, the player or players with the most cards in their hand chooses and discards a card. I'm not sure how viable this card is overall, but it's a super fun design. Ruby's final super rare card is Madame Medusa, a 6-cost uninkable 4/4 that quests for 1. She has the ability, That Terrible Woman. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing character with 3 strength or less. She offers some more removal in Ruby, and we might see some control decks running a couple of copies of her. But given how situational her ability is, I still think running Lady Tremaine is a better option. But Medusa has to be one of the funnest villain designs in Disney's back catalogue, so it's great to see her get a card here. On your feet, now is a 4-cost uninkable action that allows you to ready all of your characters and deal 1 damage to each of them. In a colour like Ruby, this provides more options for potential removal, allowing you to get double value out of characters for only a small penalty. Ruby's last reveal is Billy Bones, Keeper of the Map, a 5-cost inkable 6/5 vanilla that quests for 1. He has a pretty good stat line, and his pirate class means he could be dropped into the Jolly Roger, able to rush out on the turn he's played and deal some good damage as a flexible alternative to Maui. Scrooge McDuck, richest duck in the world, is the first of 2 Enchanteds up in Sapphire. I'm really happy to see Scrooge be part of the Enchanted set, especially with DuckTales being such a focus as part of the Inklands. Our second Sapphire Enchanted is Grandma Tala, Spirit of the Ocean. There definitely seems to be a focus on some of the cards with more interesting mechanics this time around. I was kind of hoping for Grandma Tala's Manta Ray form though. The Heart of Tafiti is a 3-cost inkable item. You can exert this item and pay 2 to put the top card of your deck into your inkwell, face down and exerted. While I believe Fishbone Quill is still a better inking option in the 3-drop slot, not having to sacrifice cards from your hand could work well in some builds, especially if we continue to see the prevalence of discard decks. Captain Amelia First in Command is a 3-cost inkable 1/5 that quests for 1. Her discipline ability gives her evasive during your turn. There aren't many 1 willpower evasive threats outside of Pascal, but combined with a character with support, Amelia's willpower could make her a good way to deal with opponent evasives. The first of 2 Kit Cloud Kicker cards, Spunky Bear Cub, is a 1-cost inkable 0/1 that quests for 1. He also has Ward, protecting him from some early game removal. Another Kit Cloud Kicker here, this time Navigator, a 6-cost inkable 2/5 that quests for 3. He can shift in at 3, so will pair well with his Spunky Bear Cub version, and he too has Ward. Pluto, Mickey's clever friend, is a 3-cost inkable 3/4 vanilla that quests for 1. He has a good stat line for the 3-drop slot, but there are better cards for that slot too. The Queen Mirror Seeker is a 4-cost inkable 2/5 that quests for 1. She has the Calculating and Vein ability. Whenever this character quests, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. This allows you to filter your deck and hopefully give you the cards you need on the next turns, but not being able to move any of those cards to the bottom may remove some of her utility. Finally in Sapphire, our final card and our final location. McDuck Manor, Scrooge's Mansion, is a 4-cost inkable vanilla with 9 willpower, a move cost of 1, and it generates 2 lore per turn. Over in Steel, the first of 2 Enchanteds, Mickey Mouse Trumpeter. The art on this one is really incredible, and I'm firmly on the side of loving the watercolor style of these cards. We know any Mickey Enchanted is going to be popular, and this one will surely be no different. Steel's second Enchanted is Robin Hood, Champion of Sherwood. I'm a huge Robin Hood fan, so I'm very happy to see this card. This might be a bit controversial, but given how epic some of the Enchanteds are this set, I can't help but find this one a bit sparse and lacking detail. Of course, the proof will be in the actual pulling of one of these and seeing the foiling in person. Hopefully we're lucky enough to do so, and I hope I'll be eating my words. Pyros Lava Titan is a 5-cost inkable 5/4 that quests for 1. His Eruption ability allows you to ready chosen character whenever he banishes another character in a challenge. Note that the readied character is not prevented from questing here. Mufasa, Champion of the Pride Lands, is a 7-cost inkable 3/10 vanilla that quests for 3. Mufasa has some crazy stats which could cause a problem for some decks, but with so much hard removal available, I'm not sure that he's that viable sadly. Gustav the Giant, Terror of the Kingdom, is a 3-cost inkable 6/6 that quests for 1. He has the All Tied Up ability. This character enters play exerted and can't ready at the start of your turn. To counter that though, he has the ability Break Free. During your turn, whenever one of your other characters banishes another character in a challenge, you may ready this character. This might all seem a bit gimmicky for sure, but his stat line can make him a big threat in that 3-drop slot. Razul Palace Guard is a 2-cost uninkable 1/3 that quests for 1. He has the Lucky Here ability. While this character has no damage, he gets +2 attack. He compares a little bit to Prince Eric, but his conditional +2 strength may make him less useful. And last but not least, our last card for Into the Inklands. Mickey Mouse Stalwart Explorer is a 3-cost inkable 3/3 that quests for 1. He has the ability Let's Take a Look. This character gets +1 strength for each location you have in play. And that's it for the Into the Inklands reveals. What were your favourites? Let us know down in the comments. And until next time, happy questing.